Hi, everybody. If you're seeing this, let us know in the chat. Welcome. I hope all of our regulars are here. I can see them. Some quick shout outs. Happy birthday, Ashley, right off the bat. Hopefully you're not partying too hard and that ambulance is for you. We got Eric, we got Billy, we got Cal, we got Randall, Morgan, Nolan. Jack was in here before, and I'm sure he'll be back in later. Raul is in here. I did say Cal, but we did say Cal twice. Thank you. It is a nice tree, isn't it? Thank you. Whoa, that tree didn't need its personal stuff thrown out in the air like that. Mavis is going crazy already. It sounds a little robotish. You sure that's not just my voice? Robot voice. All right. Well, we're gonna try something. Billy, you want to pop in here so I can? Oh man.
Morgan likes your fire.
Still robot-y?
He gets that we love Westworld.
First off, they are almost perfect replicas of.
Well, do you want to try to? Because that's too much lag for all segments. Can we restart it or?
I'm going to when Billy pops in.
Oh, who's here?
No, when he pops into the.
Oh.
That's why the feed isn't die.
Did you tell me that? Mm-hmm. Yes, I did, Raul.
Mavis, do you want to say hi?
I've been Ultron all this time. Didn't see that plot twist.
No, Mavis, don't catch on fire. Does it sound like a robot bell? Red Rover, let Billy come over. Yeah, he responded. Oh, he's a moderator. He can pop right in. I mean, Ultron was alright as a character, but not memorable enough for quotes. Got no strings on me, I guess. But I don't remember that for these songs.
He said stuff. All he did was talk.
I know, but can you quote anything?
No, because all I can think of is when we were watching that cartoon and there was like a whole separate fight going on, and then all of a sudden they turned into Ultron.
Hi, Janine.
So
Ultron!
That's what the quote is that I want to say. Look, I have Christmas socks too. I kicked Tom in the face with them. We are waiting on Billy to call in so that we can try to refresh without having to start a whole new.
Good night, Billy. I'm not the Billy, I'm sorry. Good night, Cal.
There's no heat. It's false. It's fake just like the tree.
Nothing about Christmas is real, guys. It's hat fake.
I don't know about Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. I mean, I like Evan Peters.
He would always do Evan Peters' character, so Evan Peters' Quicksilver seems more likely for him.
Do.
I prefer villains anyway. Carl.
Do you still want me to call you later, Jack, or no?
No, I said he can't stay.
Well, he wasn't planning on staying.
Well, if there's frowny face, that's fine.
Ideally, that.
No one else is allowed to bail. Too many people are bailing. Calling it. Oh, hi, Felicia. Is she calling in?
Alicia, you plan on calling in tonight for the holiday episode? I will need your email, yes.
Can you make someone else the moderator or something?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe Ashley and Joe.
That's not a bad idea. So Ashley and Joe, can you try to call on? Since it's Ashley's birthday, we're just gonna let them be the hosts of OSP tonight. You'll see that I set you as a moderator. That'll allow you to just call in, but I'll still send you an email just so. I don't know if that affects.
So yeah, Ashley, if you're seeing this, please call in if you can and just cover for us for a second so we can try to restart it in case we're still robotic. Okay, Felicia's gonna come in. She's just finishing up work, so I'm gonna put her on the list. Hopefully, no technical difficulties with her.
All right, I guess I'll just call you, Ashley. I was hoping that if you came in, that it's not gonna. But all right, I just sent you a invite. For anyone who's watching this who has no idea what's going on,
We don't either.
Yeah. This is our holiday episode of Odd Shape Panel. Eric will get you in as soon as we can, but we have people who are like up at 2 a.m. right now, so.
Like time zones and stuff, so. But you are high on the list.
He's got a jet by 10, he says.
Yeah.
We'll try, man.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hi, guys. So we're still robotic, right?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to close out and then pop back in.
All right. Now we have control of the chat. We should probably say something and not be on our phone, too.
I'm replying to a message, Ashley. Jeez.
Whatever.
How you guys doing tonight?
Fun times. Hey, Raul.
How y'all doing?
We love the card that we got from you. We
Yes.
got the other day. It was super cute.
And one day I'll steal you.
Not robotic
Better?
anymore.
Yeah, that's better.
Sorry, we were watching Sweeney Todd,
Ah.
and this
Joe's
is
favorite movie.
classic blockbuster.
Nice.
I mean, it's got, human meat pies, so that are fed to the people of Fleet Street. So, I mean, what am I supposed to not like about it?
It definitely feels like an NPC you would run into in like a D&D campaign. Be like, oh no, the barber's the killer.
Fun fact, surgeons,
Surgeons.
no, surgeons,
Surgeons.
doubled as barbers back in the day. So they would, bleed you for diseases and cut your hair.
That's how George Washington died.
Hmm?
Yeah,
And
and
there's
you're just watching. Oh, they're called Fletchers, right? No, what are they called?
The people that make arrows?
What that is? No, we were watching because there's like England's like oldest serial killers. It's like this series on Netflix, and one of these guys was poisoning people, and that his training was he was a barber, but he also had medical training to do medic stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, there's an old SNL skit that starred Steve Martin, like the medieval barber, and he just keeps bleeding everybody, and everyone, I think, keeps dying or like, well, you don't feel well, we'll just get rid of more of your blood, because that was a common cure.
It's
you
a
have,
balance of the four humors.
yeah, you have too much of the red, blood, so the red humor, the one that was like, I can't remember like what all the different colors meant, but it's like you have too much, so bye with that.
Blood was passion because it's the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
You got Raphael who's passionate. You got Donatello who's
Intelligent.
intelligent. The leadership in Leonardo and radical guy and he likes to party. But
Michael.
that's how I remember it. Or the cast of Sex and the City. Either works.
I do have to say you look very pretty tonight, Ashley, and I see that we're brain twins once again with the red lipstick.
Yes, thank you. You look very nice as well. Love y'all's sweaters. Very cool.
Thank you very much. And happy birthday. Yay.
Thank you.
So we're going to kick you guys out real quick just so we can do the intro.
All right.
And then
Actually, if they just be real quiet real quick, we should.
You could even mute us, or we can mute ourselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you guys. I have the power.
Yeah.
You unmuted us.
Oh, that's funny because it unmuted. Oh, they unmuted it because they're moderators. They're in control too. All right.
Seriously.
So when are we doing that?
You have to do your intro.
Right
first,
after
and
that.
then-
All right. I faked you out. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another odd-shaped panel. It's beginning to look a lot like holidays. I'm not going to get into specifics, but welcome to Odd Shaped Panel. Tonight we're going to go over some of our favorite holiday episodes of television and movies. Jack is apologizing, our producer, for not making it tonight, and he should be apologizing because we're going to have a blast. He's only missing out. But welcome. If you'd like to join the conversation, you can chat along and just let us know if you want to call in, and we'll make it happen.
Also, it's Ashley's birthday.
It is Ashley's birthday, co-host of BFF and fan favorite of Fan Friction. Say that 10 times fast. But we'll be having them up next almost instantaneously, like we prepared it ahead of time.
Is that it?
That's it. Why don't we get into this thing? Ready? You don't get any. Here, that's yours. That'd be
That's
crazy if it was a
yours.
firework. So we're gonna start things off by having Ashley and Joe join us, and they can come in whenever they want. They have the power.
There's some jokes.
There's
if
some
you
jokes.
run out of
We're
material.
gonna read the jokes, to Ashley and Joe.
Tiny yo-yo.
Hey guys,
I like jokes.
jokes are fun.
Oh my God, it's perfect for you. All right. Why? Well, not the specific. Thank you. Why did the music teacher need a ladder?
Why?
To get to the high notes.
Oh,
that's
Christmas crackers.
Yep.
It's like the same level of jokes that are in all the popsicles.
yep.
Oh yeah, that probably.
Yeah, it is about the same as the popsicles, but less sticky, right?
Yes.
Oops.
Alrighty. Well,
You see Nolan's?
yeah. Shipley clause. It sounds like a lawsuit like named after him, like a lawsuit case. Be like the Shipley cause.
Can we call him Jack Scroogely for not
You'll
being
be
here?
visited- You'll be visited by 3 Screen Junkies ghosts. Nick Mundy is the ghost of Christmas Present. I know that much.
Are you sure he's not a ghost of Christmas Past?
No, that's definitely Hal or Scott.
No, Hal is the ghost of future
No.
Christmas.
I want Dan to be future because he's just like,
I think Joe should be future because
Joe should be all of them. He's my favorite guy.
no, Joe is Marley. You'll be
Joe-
visited by 3 ghosts.
just with that level of excitement about it.
For real. All right. Well, people are hammering at the bit to get in, so
Let's start this. The lovely and talented Ashley, whose birthday it is tonight. Get ready to hear that a lot. She asked us a question, and she said, "What is the best holiday-themed TV episode?"
My favorite one is the very first Futurama Christmas episode, an Xmas story. And what I really love about that one is, Fry coming from our time period, he has all of our ideas about what makes Christmas. And in the year 3000, all of those things have changed and evolved. And so like he's having like this culture shock, but it's also like a very heartwarming story. And I love the evil robot Santa Claus voiced by John Goodman in that particular episode. And at the very end, there's even like a little nod to a very famous Christmas story, The Gift of the Magi, where the characters end up selling something very important to them to buy something for the other character that is rendered useless because of the situational irony. And it's like a little 3 joke with like Zoidberg.
Hermes and Amy.
Yeah, Hermes and Amy, they both sell their hair to buy these special combs, and Zoidberg is the one that bought their hair, and it's like half Amy's hair, half Zoidberg's hair, or I'm sorry, Hermes' hair, and it just looks ridiculous. Like, oh, cool, these combs will be useful to me. And just a fun little episode. Futurama's a great show, and they had a lot of great Christmas episodes, but I really enjoyed that one for the culture shock, and then also the little references to other Christmas stories.
Yeah, I definitely like how it's like, oh, the meaning of Christmas isn't getting each other gifts. It's hiding inside with your loved ones.
And then the little song that they have again about Santa Claus is gunning you down.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Santa Claus's own personal purge.
Yep. Basically.
Yeah, that's not inaccurate.
Which brings the question, like, are buildings built with Santa codes?
Oh
Like,
my
if
God.
they have earthquake coding and wind coding.
Well, they had the fireplace grate,
Yep.
so he couldn't get into their house or
Yep.
their building.
It's a code Kringle. Code Kringle. Get the cookies and milk.
Oh, you can't bribe them with
Yeah,
cookies and milk.
Don't bribe Santa.
My pick would have to be season 1, episode 2, Christmas with the Joker from Batman the Animated Series.
That one's a good one.
Because, I mean, no one is ever going to forget Batman smells. I'm not going to do the whole thing.
Yeah. Don't want to get sued.
Well,
It's a joke.
I'll just cut it in here. But it's I mean, there's just so much fun in that episode, and to see, I mean, it's weird how Mark Hamill and Christmas are just like connected, because that's the introduction of the Joker in the animated series, and then the Trickster is always on the
Yes,
Christmas
yeah.
episodes of The Flash. So I don't know what it is about it, but that's my favorite. There's a rocket Christmas tree in it.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. What about you, Joe?
I actually am also going animated. Bob's Burgers has some fantastic seasonal episodes, but the Christmas episode wherein Bob's uncle passes away and they find that they quote unquote homeless guy living in his uncle's storage unit. And then it turns into this huge thing where they have the guy come stay with them until Christmas. He builds like set designs in their window, which attracts business so they can get the kids Christmas presents and all sorts of fun stuff. But it builds up. Like at first it's just kind of like, oh, well, this is like quirky and weird. And then the guy's like, yeah, I used to be a mannequin and I was married to another mannequin and I can't find her anymore. We're separated, et cetera, et cetera. And you're just kind of like, this is taking a very strange turn. A very, very strange turn.
She has 2 left hands.
Yep. And the only question he had was which hand to put the ring on.
It's like a mannequin, but like in real life, and the guy's just crazy. Unless he really was a mannequin.
Well, I mean, at the end, he even talked about having a a townhome in Manhattan that was getting renovated, and he was just waiting to see what it looked like.
I don't know how he can afford it, but mannequins must
Maybe.
make money.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have 2. It was really hard for me to decide because I actually love like holiday episodes of shows, Halloween episodes, Christmas episodes. I love all that stuff. But the 2 that I narrowed it down to is, I think the episode is called Christmas Party from The Office.
Nice.
It's the one with the gift swap, like Michael
Yes.
changes the rule, he's doing
Yes.
the gift swap with the iPod and stuff. And Jim gets the teapot that he put like a whole lot of thought into for Pam, and she ends up trading it for the iPod and then changing her mind after that. But she didn't realize that it was like filled with presents. And I loved when I got to the end of the show how they tied in like the moment with the note that he took away. I don't want to like spoil it too much, but it like ties back into that episode, and it's super like heartfelt and wonderful, and I loved everything about it.
Yeah,
And
one
my
of
other choice is, oh, did you have something to say?
when he changed the rules and like because he got mad because I can't remember was it Phyllis who had made those pot holders, and Like he was being so rude, and like I felt so bad for her because obviously she put like love and care into that gift because originally it was like the Secret Santa thing, and it's like don't be mean to someone that like took time out and like made a present for you, even if it's not something that you would like normally like use all the time. Like they put thought into that, so I just hate when people are like mean like that. And
yeah, especially like I make things, I crochet and stuff, and I know how much time and effort goes into stuff like that. Pot holders will take you like a couple of days if you work really hard and put a lot of hours into them. And I know that it's actually more expensive than people think to make stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I totally get where you're coming from. I can sympathize with Phyllis and that.
Yeah, I felt so bad for her.
My second choice is from How I Met Your Mother, and it's the How Lily Stole Christmas episode. That's it's basically like How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but Lily gets into an argument with Ted because he calls her a Grinch, but he didn't say Grinch, is like the joke of the show. So she ends up like hiding all the Christmas decorations and stuff because they usually deck out the whole place. But like many How I Met Your Mother episodes, it's got a really like beautiful ending, and it's super well written, and I love all those characters. And to me, like when I think of Christmas, that's definitely one of the ones that comes to mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. There's so many good Christmas episodes, or just holiday episodes in general.
Yeah, when you were talking about it, I thought of talking about some of the live action ones. I thought of 30 Rock. Always had some great, like what they called Ludachristmas, and it was just some great episodes.
Or like the first episode, Christmas episode of Community is really good where
is it the claymation one?
No, not the claymation one. It's where Shirley is like obsessed with like Christmas going her way, and like she wants it to be a certain way, and then having to learn that, you know, not everybody celebrates the holiday the same way, and you have to kind of like, not everybody has like the same level of faith, so you can't like prescribe that onto other people. You have to let people celebrate in their own way.
Yeah.
It was a really good message.
For sure. Right on. Raul sent us the next question. Billy's sweet boy.
He's also defending the How I Met Your Mother finale.
Oh, no, that finale was terrible.
So
I love that show, but that finale was so
We'll just skip this
No. Raul asked us, what holiday movie that was made after the year 2000 do you think is destined to become a holiday classic?
After the year 2000? I think we might have the same answer.
We probably do.
It's probably Elf.
Yes. Which I still need to finish that article that I wrote about it.
Is it about the John version of Elf?
Are we having him?
No, it's not. It's not that one. That would be cool.
But no, Elf is fantastic because, I mean, just from the get-go, it's beautifully designed. Everything feels like one of those old 1960s classics, and it's got a lot of new stuff in it.
It has a lot of nods to those, like the classic Christmas movies as well, but it's just like a heartfelt story. And a lot of kids that were, you know, really little when that movie came out, because they do exist, they're in my class right now. Like that is nostalgic to them, and they really love that movie. I played that for one of my classes this past week because you know, it's week before Christmas. It's, you know, now it's officially movie time. You would think kids would be on their phone during a movie. They were all watching it and we're laughing along, and we were talking about it. It's just a fun movie, and just to see like Will Ferrell as this giant elf and his culture shock, you know, and he doesn't really fit in where he comes from. He doesn't fit in here. You know, his family, you know, his new family, they don't know what to do with him. Everybody needs to learn something, and they learn it by the end. And there's the magic of Christmas and the Christmas spirit and people believing. And, you know, it's just a fun little movie.
My family hates Will Ferrell, and this is a movie they can still all agree on watching. Because
Elf is pure joy, and I think that that's what you need in a good Christmas movie. It's just like sweet and fun the whole way through. The cast is great, and Brian does Character Corner on his show, the DVD Bunker on the Tough Channel. And I'm going to do a shout out to Peter Dinklage.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Oh my God, he's so fantastic.
For many people, that would be their first introduction to him. Mine was Death at a Funeral. The
Yeah.
first one, he was really good in.
But it was just so funny to see him in like doing that little cameo, and now like since he's become such a big deal with Game of Thrones, it's even funnier to go back and see his part in that movie.
He's gone from an elf to an imp.
Right.
Well, and just him and the interaction, because Buddy has no clue because he's never met anyone that like that was not an elf. So, you know, he's asking all these questions that are for him genuine, but for Peter Dinklage's character, they're not genuine. They're insulting, and it's, you know, no. There's obviously a reason why he would get upset about those things, because those are.
It sums up to a breakdown of communication.
Yeah, you know, they're not getting it, what each other is trying to say. And this poor Buddy, he just wants to do well and like make his dad happy. I mean, one of my favorite moments in the movie, because he doesn't get that someone special has a different meaning in different connotations, and he sees at the lingerie section of the department store for someone special and sends it to his dad, and
Classic.
Gets drunk in the mailroom.
yeah, because, you know, he thinks everything is syrup.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a really good choice for sure. Ironically, I think that me and Tom also have the same choice, something completely different.
Well, that's because it's the correct answer. But
Morgan will know what we're talking about. It's Krampus.
yeah, we went and saw that. We had a gift certificate to the movies, and we're like, well, we both like Ben Wyatt, or Adam Scott's his real name.
Yeah.
Morgan thinks he looks like Chris Stuckman. I don't see it, but apparently Morgan thinks Chris Stuckman and Ben Wyatt.
I could see it in the right light. He's in a Hellraiser movie.
Adam Scott is?
Really?
Yes, he's in
4.
Oh yeah, it's the
Nice.
fourth one. Yeah, the one in space, partially.
Yeah, it's the one about the generations and the history of it.
But Krampus is probably my favorite holiday-themed horror film. It balances comedy and horror really well. The cast is fun. Again, just super fun. And I, even though it is kind of dark, it's the type of movie I would watch with my family for sure.
Practical effects.
Yeah, I loved the way their Krampus looked. The freaking goat eyes are out of control, awesome. It's just fun. I don't know what else to say about it. It's
If
great.
you want to hear everything I have to say about it, the guest that we're going to have on after Ashley and Joe, Morgan, he runs the Horror House podcast, and his most recent episode was all about Krampus. I made him watch it, and I may have overhyped it for him. I may have not. You should listen to it and check it out.
Nice.
Nice.
Third question?
Yes, third question.
Eric Monroe, who we're seeing in the chat now, also talking about festive horror. He sent us a question that says, what movie do you watch during the holidays every year?
Besides Elf?
Yeah, besides Elf.
Yeah, definitely Elf all the time.
Even when if she's off doing something, I'll put it on because she's never watched it with me, but I really love the movie Holiday Inn. It's a movie I grew up with. It's a classic in general, and even though it's not just about Christmas, it's about like all the holidays of the year. It's just a movie I watch every year for Christmas. I love it.
Cool.
Besides Elf, we always watch Christmas Vacation. That's been a family staple forever, even though like my grandmother like hates that movie because it has bad language in it, but my family didn't care about stuff like that. And like my dad is very much like Clark Griswold, where like he can be like over the top about stuff and be like unsafe about like the decorations and whatnot. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of him and just like the family getting together. I grew up in like half my family, like my dad's half of the family is like that huge family that comes together and like all the cousins and everybody.
Yep.
So it kind of makes me think of that. Plus it's really hilarious and like with all the like the family like drunk outside and like trying to like sing the like Christmas carols, or like when they do like the national anthem instead of the prayer at dinner, the dry turkey, all of that stuff. It's just
When he gets locked in the attic and has to stay warm by dressing up in old grandma's clothes and watching old family films because he's locked in the attic.
Yeah, and I don't think like empirically I know that's not like a good movie, but it has that nostalgia factor for me where I like watching it because it makes me think of like Christmases past.
Yep.
And then I also really love watching the Santa Claus every year.
Fair.
Yes, I love that movie. Tim Allen is hilarious, and I think that the story holds up pretty well. And even the first sequel wasn't that bad.
Tom looks disappointed.
And of course, Home Alone.
Yeah.
Love Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone's getting a lot of love in the chat, I see as well. Do you have a pick?
Well, mine has started becoming a tradition because we've watched it 2 years in a row now.
Is it because it's one of mine?
No,
Which one?
Scrooge.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good one. Go ahead.
Bill Murray's Scrooge. Modern adaptation of the Christmas Carol while also containing elements of the original Christmas Carol. Meta.
Funny. Ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Holds up.
I completely forgot of another movie. I realized another one. Well, you were talking about modern adaptations because yeah, Scrooge is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Carol Kane is the Ghost of Christmas Past, I think. I forget which one she is.
She's no Christmas Present.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
we love
It's been years since I've seen it. I couldn't remember.
You should watch it. It's on Netflix and it's really good.
Nice.
And we can follow it up with Bill Murray's Christmas special,
which was also really
That
good
was also
and I
really good.
enjoyed. Yeah.
And Miley Cyrus, class act in that.
If you also like Christmas specials, there's a Lady Gaga Muppets Christmas special that is amazing and everybody should watch. I feel like she made it just for me because those are two things that I love. And I'm going to use that to segue into my first choice because, again, I had two, like I'm Candace and Jason tonight or something. But Muppets Christmas Carol. It is a movie that I have watched every year for pretty much as long as I can remember. I like to watch it on Christmas Eve because then there is only one more sleep till Christmas, which I sing triumphantly and loudly for all the world to hear. I love that movie. Again, pure joy, super fun. Love Kermit. Love Rizzo. It's Rizzo hosting it. And
It's Rizzo and Gonzo, yeah.
I love that movie. It's awesome. I love
And
all the songs.
Marley and Marley are great.
Waldorf and Statler,
Yeah.
Marley and Marley.
Yep. Fozzie as Mr. Fozziewig, and then just of course Michael Caine as Scrooge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Robin as the little tiny Tib.
Yeah.
And my other choice is Edward Scissorhands.
Of course.
One of my favorite Christmas movies, and I'm going to use this as a chance to tell everyone, if you guys haven't seen it yet, Ashley and Joe just put up their latest BFF, and it is about Ed Wood, which is an excellent Tim Burton movie from when he was great back in the day. And we talk a lot about Edward Scissorhands on the episode because I fought Edward Scissorhands against her in that round. It's an amazing movie. I still think it's his best movie, and it makes me cry every time. It's so beautiful at the ending. And even though it's uplifting for Winona Ryder's character from her point of view, I think it's really sad from Edward's point of view.
Yes.
So it gives me like such a bittersweet feeling at the end of that movie. But it's gorgeous. The score is my favorite Elfman score. It's beautiful. I can't even Tom will tell you, if I start listening to 10 seconds of any Edward Scissorhands song, I start getting emotional and I just can't. But I love that movie.
That is a really great movie, and I love when this is the innocence of his character, and it's even though it's definitely he looks so weird, physically, but he just wants to be belong and be like everyone else, and it's so sad. It's well, what happened? It's well, he never woke up. It's it just pulls at your heartstrings, even though he's traditionally doesn't look like a normal person.
Yeah, and it comes from a really honest place because Tim Burton wrote it about himself, growing up in a suburban town and feeling alienated. So I think that that's why it is so successful, is because it's really honest from where he was coming from. And as someone who was basically Lydia Dietz when I was a teenager, I was super gothed out, super stay out of my room. That was totally me. I really it resonated with me, Tim Burton's message growing up as a weird kid, you know? I really got with that, and that movie's gorgeous. You guys should all go watch it for Christmas. It'll give you the feels, especially if you haven't seen it in a while. It's brilliant.
You know, it was another movie that got brought up on Ashley and Joe's BFF. Screw Town.
I'm sorry, I can't tell. It's upside down. That's a real Patches move, Tom.
Another office.
Real Patches.
You mean Scraps, but that's another.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got that birthday card where it had hashtag scraps forever or whatever it said. Oh, we were laughing.
Nice.
I hope so. I hope you weren't just looking at it bitterly like, oh, we told him it was Patches.
No, we love it, man. The birth of the wrong meter.
All right, question 4.
Before we get too off track, because I'm obsessed with Edward Scissorhands. This is a question that Tom just came up with. We're just curious to hear from you guys.
I'm just clever like that.
Yeah, and we have had some predictions. Oh, my dad's here.
Hi,
And Dad,
Dad.
he confirmed I was a weird kid for sure. Weird parents too.
Usually it goes hand in hand. My dad
So
didn't
we
know he was a nerd.
Nice.
Billy's so professional.
Who was saying that? Was it film faculty who sent that? Someone sent me a tweet earlier that they predict we're going to get some naughty answers to this question.
Ooh.
But
Yeah, I think it was him.
I gotta train myself for this.
what do you think is the best movie to give a friend as a gift for the holidays?
Doesn't have to be a holiday movie though, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna say my
The
go-to, and it's what?
MacGyver?
Oh no, it's The Big Lebowski, Tom.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because if there's any movie that I feel has helped me, I guess, find my mellow in life, it is that movie. Because no matter what bad things happen to the dude, he just abides. I mean, even later when it's pretty bad, I could see most people freaking out way worse than he ever did in that movie.
For sure.
Yeah.
They were threatening with castration, man.
Yeah, and that movie would definitely tie a collection together.
Yeah.
Just like The Rug.
Oh,
What about you, Ashley?
Oh man, I don't know. It just because I can't think of anything like universal like The Big Lebowski that would like appeal to a broad audience. Maybe another Coen Brothers movie might work. Like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou seems to be like one that resonates with a lot of people. Even if you're not familiar with the story of the Odyssey, the story is told in a way where it's highly relatable. And then like the song is great, and it's just a well-told story. So I think that might be something that a lot of people would like, because like, you know, everyone's movie choices are so like, you know, like not niche, but like you never know, like something that I might like, you know, maybe someone else doesn't, and then, you know, it ends up like, you know, collecting dust, or they want to go take it back. So you always have to be careful about buying movies for people.
Yep. Which that part of the whole thing with Oh Brother, Where Art Thou makes it fantastic is George Clooney's delivery of everything in that movie is so charming and so schmarmy, and you're like, oh no, I can fully see why he's in jail. He probably conned someone out of something that he wasn't supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the music is amazing. That music's like right up my alley. I love all the music in that.
While at the same time being a social commentary about that era.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that movie touches on a lot of things. Coen Brothers are just,
You know what's up?
yeah.
Phenomenal.
Well, Netflix has like little to no respect about what anybody's interested in, because they're getting one movie from me. And I've done it to several people before. I don't care who you are, you're getting Purple Rain. That's it.
That's fair.
You just get Purple Rain. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You want to talk about some good tunes? Purple Rain's got it.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, that's all you need, right? Prince, it's the 80s-est thing ever. Morris Day and the Time. It's Purple Rain.
Yep. I
Um,
grew up watching that movie. Probably not the one to grow up watching.
wait later. I'm not going to bring up an Ashley's one.
Thank you. Whatever you're gonna say, thank you.
Looking out for you. This was a hard
Thank you.
because like I like many different kinds of genres, but one movie that I always at least try to get people to watch, so I guess I would probably buy it for them also, Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the movie Brick?
Joseph?
Joseph, yes. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
You got there.
Yeah.
JGL.
It's a modern day noir. They speak like they're in a speakeasy, even though it's like clearly high school, 2000 something. I think it's paced really well.
He's
The
young in
mystery.
that, too,
He's. I mean, I think he's like 20, young 20s, because he's in a high school. But you know,
He looks young.
yeah, he's young. So, but yeah, it's really good. It has the same director as Looper and the Brothers Bloom. I really like that movie also. But yeah, I would probably give that out. It's a modern day noir with popular actor and good soundtrack too. It's very Twin Peaks-ish.
It's not as good as
Just gonna throw this out there. The Big Lebowski is also a modern day noir.
It is.
Yeah,
It's not.
Except at least because like the rule of noir. I guess Lebowski doesn't get a new rug, so he does have a bad ending.
Well, and you know, basically it's all, well, Donnie dies. They lost part of their bowling team.
Yeah, I feel like that improved their bowling team.
Donnie was the only one that focused on bowling.
Yeah, Walter's too busy shooting out the place.
Walter's too busy bringing guns to the freaking bowling alley and taking care of his ex-wife's dog.
You got to fight for your right to party, Joe.
Not in a bowling alley.
You're out of your element.
No, like, yeah, going back to like a movie you think everyone should see, and again, I know that probably people won't like this movie, but I would probably buy it for them anyway, is the 1986 or 7 Dragnet movie with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks, because we love that movie, and more people need to see that movie because it feels like it's only me and Joe and my family that have seen it.
Mine too.
Nice. Yeah, I have a
Movie when we were way too young, because they go to like some places for some coffee where there's people dancing on tables, and my mom let me watch that movie, and she should not have.
my favorite movie that somebody randomly got me that I had never seen. It was like I was young. I was like 17 or something. It was my birthday, and someone got this movie for me called Freaked. Have you guys ever seen Freaked?
Mm-mm.
Sounds
It is
familiar.
the 90s movie you have ever seen in your life. It's got Randy Quaid in it as he's like running a sideshow, and it's like Bobcat Goldthwait and Keanu Reeves. He's wearing like full makeup as a dog boy, and like everybody is just the 90s. It's the other dude from Bill and Ted's, right?
Yeah, Eric in the chat is saying Alex Winter.
Yeah, Alex Winter, the other guy from Bill and Ted's, plays the lead in that. And then it's like there are a bunch of like, this guy has a machine that turns you into different types of sideshow freaks, basically. So everybody's got these crazy like practical effect costumes. There's like a guy who's a big worm, and Bobcat's just like a sock puppet head guy. And it's like stupid and amazing, and it has some really hilarious jokes, but it's just so painfully 90s that I can't help but love it. So that's definitely like my favorite movie that somebody gifted to me.
Nice.
I love when movies are painfully of the decade.
Oh, if you
It's
want
so
that,
much fun.
check out Freaked.
Nice.
There's another one like that. I can't remember the title offhand, but I think either the Cinema Snob or Nostalgia Critic did an episode about it where like the plot was like they were like rollerblading or something. I'll look it up later. I don't want to waste all y'all's time, but it was just like the most 90s thing ever, like one of those like 90s teen movies. But there was like one part where like they were getting ready to go on a date, and they were I think Seth Green is in it, and they're like doing the getting ready montage, but it's the 2 guy characters, and normally you don't see that with male characters doing the whole fashion show, what should we wear on this date thing, and bullying and all sorts of other, but yeah, rollerblading and very 90s.
It doesn't happen.
You never tried to like pick out a nice outfit and you had Talon check you out?
No.
Joe, you sent me a text of that T-shirt the other. No, I'm lying. That's not true. But if you ever feel like you need some help, you can ask me if that shirt looks good, and I'll tell you it does.
I'll keep that in mind, Tom.
Yes,
right.
Billy said Airborne. Yes, that's the title of the movie, Airborne.
Oh God.
It's very 90s.
The Airborne.
So
Identity.
90s.
You should just have basic needs. All right. Well, Ashley, happy birthday. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with us.
Oh, it's always a pleasure talking to y'all and to everybody, and I appreciate y'all letting us come on first.
Yep.
Of course, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
We
I'm gonna,
appreciate
like,
I
it.
can only use that excuse once a year,
Well, until it's Joe's birthday.
which is exactly 1 month from now. So.
Exactly 1 month.
First in the month.
Nah. That's like too much trouble. I'm not going to ask for that.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Y'all have a nice
Bye.
evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So